Welcome to Cord Cutting Today for May 16th, 2019. This is the show where I give you a quick look at some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting right now. If you want to learn more about these stories, in the show notes down below, I'll put a link to each story. You can read about them for yourself. Come up with your own opinions. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new here, hey, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up. It really does help us because it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we're doing here, and hopefully we can help you break free from the high cost of cable TV. Well, before I get into the news, pay TV show ended yesterday. I'll be flying home a little later today. We do have a lot more videos and news stories coming though. Yesterday we posted the Q&A with the president of Sling TV. We also have a panel with the president of PlayStation View, Philo, an executive from Sling TV, and the one of the founders of the Zumo TV service. With more of these to come, I'd love to know what you think of these panels. They're very informative. If you ever get a chance to listen to them, I highly recommend it because it gives us a raw feel of what the executives in the cord cutting world think and feel. Often I can write you what I heard, what I thought of their panels. It's also, I think, a great option for you, the end viewer, the end cord cutter, to be able to hear directly from them. So I'd love to know what you think of these panels. Would you like to see more of these in the future as we go to different conventions and we record them? Do you enjoy us posting them on here? I'd love to hear from you. Well, let's jump into the news, and one last day here from the hotel in Denver, back in the studio tomorrow. All right, DIRECTV Now is once again offering $10 off for 6 months. DIRECTV yesterday started contacting some ex-DIRECTV Now customers, offering not only to let them keep their old package, so these grandfathered packages that are no longer offered, you can get it back, plus $10 off for the first 6 months. Basically, your grandfathered rate, no price increase for 6 more months. To get this deal, you have to be the person that got the email because that code will be specific to your account if you want to bring it back. Unfortunately, you won't be able to sell that account, or you won't be able to ask a friend for their code to get this $10 off for 6 months because AT&T is locking it down to the specific account. I find this very interesting. They raised the price, almost immediately started offering deals like this, and then now we're bringing them back. Makes you wonder what their subscriber numbers look like. But if you got this offer, leave me a comment. I'd love to know how widespread this is. We got quite a few people contacting us to tell us that they received the email offering them $10 off for 6 months. Next one up, if you are an Amazon Prime member, you can get a free 30-day trial of Crunchyroll, which is a great service with a ton of anime content. But you need to be an Amazon Prime member. And to get this, you have to link your Amazon Prime account to a free Twitch account. So Twitch is a streaming service for gamers that has what they call loot crates. Every month you get to pick some type of free bonus, and it's pretty cool. In the past, they've always been video game related. This month they have a bunch of video game related ones, plus they also added the ability to go and have 30 days of Crunchyroll. Hopefully more of these will come. I have full details on how to get it down in the show notes, but if you're an anime fan, hey, 30 days of Crunchyroll with a ton of great anime content. Highly recommend it. All right, first news story of the day. You've probably heard some some arguments that there's too many cord cutting services. Cord cutters are getting, quote, fatigued has been the big argument, and that, hey, I just don't want all these cord cutting services, so I'm going to go back to cable because I can pay one bill and get everything I want, is the idea. I think maybe many cable executives hope you are thinking. Well, the research group TDG came out yesterday at the pay TV show and gave a great presentation. Part of the presentation was information on a survey they did of several thousand streamers, and they asked them about how, basically, are you exhausted? Do you have the right numbers of streaming services? Do you plan to get more streaming services, or do you plan to get rid of some because you have too many? According to TDG, 66.5% of cord cutters say they have just the right number of streaming services and they're happy. 23.5% say they're actually considering getting another streaming service. And just 10% says they're upset with the number of services they have. They intend to cancel one or more of them. I'd love to know from you. Do you feel like you have too many streaming services? Are you very happy with it? I always think there's kind of a straw man argument here that, you know what, there's a ton of content out there, and it's just so much you can't ever pick the right one. You might as well get cable. And I find most cord cutters I know are very happy. They find the services they enjoy, and then they watch those services. And they may rotate services back and forth. They may have HBO this month for Game of Thrones. When that's over, they may switch over to something else. I'll be very interested to hear from you. Do you feel like you can't figure out the right service, or are you very happy with what you have? And this kind of goes back to the Apple TV channels, the Roku channels, the Amazon channels, the ability to manage different services. Sling TV does the same thing, and Pluto's says they're going to offer it, where you can manage your subscription to these different services through different one company. So very interesting to see that happening. I'd love to hear your feedback on this study and the argument that there's too many services. You might as well get cable so you can get one bill. All right, next report of the day, also from TDG. They had a ton of information yesterday, but they reported that according to their studies, 35 to 40% of live TV streaming service subscribers, so Sling TV, Hulu, DIRECTV Now, PlayStation Vue, etc., YouTube TV, all that kind of stuff, also subscribe to a pay TV service. Very interested in this. They didn't really get into the reason behind this, but a few of them I've heard from our readers is that they, were considering canceling. So these were people who are trying out a streaming service before they cancel because they want to find the right one for them. B, some people tell me that, hey, I live in an apartment and basic cable is just included, or a condo, or a whole list of stuff where cable is just included as part of my association fees, for example. But it doesn't offer me the channels I want, and it was a better deal to get a streaming service versus trying to upgrade that cable package to maybe get ESPNU, maybe get the Big Ten Network or Pac-12 Network, for example. Let me know, are you a streaming subscriber who also has cable? Why do you? Is it because you're testing out the waters to become a cord cutter? Is it because you're locked into a bundle deal with your HOA or your apartment complex and more? I'd love to hear from you. I find when I talk to a lot of people planning to be cord cutters, they already subscribe to many services as they test the waters of cord cutting to consider if this is for them. Was that you? How far before you actually canceled? Was it a month, 2 months, 3 months? Did you start subscribing to things like YouTube TV? Leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you. All right, last story of the day. The Amazon Fire TV, now reportedly according to Amazon, has 34 million active users. This beats out the Roku number of 29.1 million active accounts in the first quarter of 2019, and makes the Fire TV the service with the most active accounts. And Amazon is pushing them as the #1 streaming player in the United States and many parts of the world, that the Fire TV is the #1 device. So I'll be very interesting to know how many people here use a Fire TV. Is the Fire TV your #1 device? Leave me a comment, let me know. I'll really love to hear from you. But I'm very interested in this number. Amazon has come in kind of late compared. Apple TV and Roku were here a lot earlier than the Amazon Fire TV, but they were able to jump into the market and get some great get some great traction here. Of course, their deals with Best Buy. Best Buy gives them the best positioning to help that. But in Walmart, Best Buy, or they don't sell the Fire TV. So Roku has the best positioning in Walmart. So it's very interesting to see this. Roku is selling very well. Amazon seems to be selling well also. So let me know, which one do you use? Do you use another? Do you use Android TV? NVIDIA Shield maybe? Do you use an Apple TV? Leave me a comment if it's something completely different than I didn't list, and let me know. All right, everybody, that's it for today. Back in the office tomorrow. The podcast will go live on Friday. Because of travel, I won't get in until very late. It'll be a little too late to be able to record the podcast with Jess. So Friday this week for the podcast. One question for everybody here. Thanks for staying to the end. Really appreciate it. But let me know, do you like these videos in the morning, or would you like us to release them in the afternoon? We had about a 50-50 split earlier this week when I asked that question, and I'd love to hear from you. Would a 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. Eastern type time be a good fit for this? We're kind of looking at maybe, what works best for our schedule here in the office to kind of work with that. and what works best with our viewers to make sure we give you the most up-to-date news possible. But that's it for today. I hope you have a fantastic day. I will see you tomorrow from home. I'm very excited. Feels like I've been traveling a lot lately. So very excited to be in the office for a bit, get some work done, and bring you even more YouTube content. So I'll see you tomorrow. Be safe. Take care, everybody.